The first stemmed wine glasses made by glassblowing seem to have appeared in the 3rd and 4th centuries in the Roman world. This is a typical example. Its cup, stem, and foot were made from the same bubble. Often these are called one-piece glasses. This is a small goblet and doesn't require much glass. So I'm using a small blowpipe and I use a small to moderate size gather. I use the block to shape the glass initially. It becomes egg-shaped. After a brief reheat, I blow gently. I hold the gather downward to elongate the growing bubble. The glass is fairly thin and requires frequent reheating. It cools quickly. And 2 constrictions are made. The uppermost will eventually be the spot where the vessel is broken free of the blowpipe. The glass is reheated. The bubble is held downward to further elongate it. A burst of centripetal acceleration elongates the glass more. It's given a brief reheat to take the chill off the skin from the spinning. And a second constriction is begun about 3/4 of the way out on the bubble. This is the beginning of the stem and the beginning of the foot. The glass is occasionally reheated and the tooling resumes. This is forming the stem. And there's a very narrow hole between the stem and the bubble that will become the foot. The blowing inflates the bubble, the stem is finished, and the tip of the bubble, having been reheated, is sucked in, and the bubble moves upward, and the lower or outer part of the bubble touches the shoulder of the bubble. This is how the one-piece foot is created. This is shaping the foot, making it slightly flared. During this process, the lower part of the bowl became distorted and flattened, so it has to be reinflated and reshaped. This is cooling the foot so that during this reheat, the foot doesn't overheat and soften. Now the hottest part of the structure is the lower part of the bowl. If I blow, it becomes round and the bubble nice and spherical. The stem is straightened, the foot is straightened, and it's ready for the transfer to the punty or pontle. The The puntee is a little bit of molten glass on the tip of the metal rod. It's attached lightly to the base. The constriction or neck is broken, leaving the structure held by the puntee. This initial reheat is always the longest in glass blowing. For the neck to break, the glass can't be above about 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. For the glass to be malleable, it has to be at least 1,300 or 1,400 degrees, and that reheat takes a long time. With reheating and tooling, the cup is given its final shape. The vessel is flashed in the furnace to ensure that all parts are the same temperature, and it's taken to the annealing oven, where it's broken free of the puntee and placed in the annealing oven.